I'm here to help you out, answer your questions, and do anything I can to help you make the most of your Wake Up Now membership and the most of your One Mentor program. Now, the purpose of this One Mentor is, well, at least in my mind, and back when we developed it a year and a half ago, our purpose was to help people understand what they have here with Wake Up Now and how to maximize the benefits. We found that if people sign up for something like this, well, at the beginning, they're enthusiastic. If people then lose the enthusiasm, it's usually because they don't know what to do and therefore become afraid to do anything and then lose sight of what they got into it for. So, our purpose here is to help you with that. And now, the webinar itself is roughly an hour. If it runs over, it's because of questions. I'm never going to shut you down on the questions. And this is being recorded. You will receive an email, and the email will come from the same source as the email you use to register for this seminar. It's notify at seminarreminders.net. It will have a link in it that takes you to a recorded version of what you just heard. And that'll be available to you for, well, at least 48 hours. If you need it beyond that, just contact us. You'd contact Francesca, who is our scheduler, and she would send you a link that will give you more time on it. And so I'm going to put her email in here so that you know how to get a hold of her. And I'm going to put my email in here too as well, because part of your mentoring program is that you have the right to a session live, one-on-one, personal, with me. All you do is you send me an email and I will call you back. We'll set a time that works. And the subject matter of this one-on-one is whatever you want it to be, because it's your program. I'll tell you what people have talked about in the past. You have all these products that you get with Wake Up Now, especially the digital products, and sometimes people need some help in setting them up. Especially, I think the one that most people need help with is the One Finance, which you'll learn about in the second session. That encompasses all of your financial life. It creates a money central where you can then see everything that you have and everything that you owe all on one screen, so you can manage your spending so that it's your choice whether the money goes out the door or not. You control it, therefore you have more of it. Well, that's pretty all-encompassing, and so a lot of people ask me to help them set that up. And when we do that, I'm able to share your screen so I can see exactly what you have there. That saves us time because you don't have to describe, and I don't have to say, well, try and find the link that has this on it. No, I can tell you right there. I can show you. Other topics for this one-on-one mentoring would, well, I'm just talking from the past. People are aware that you can post links to social media that you get from the hub for some of the physical products, such as the Deal Stream or the featured products like Thunder or the OneFit line of products. And, well, they wonder what to write when you post something to social media, because, you know, all these, like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, they were not invented for business purposes. They were invented for people to share their lives, their thoughts, their activities, their doings. And they don't want you, at least the participants don't want you advertising some product that is contrary to the philosophy of the social media. So you want, when you post products, what you're really posting is your experience and your enthusiasm and your love of the product. So you, instead of saying these fantastic Dr. Dre headphones available at the deal stream from Wake Up Now, good price. No, it's better if you say something like, I found these sweet Dr. Dre headphones at the deal stream at Wake Up Now. I love my Wake Up Now membership because it gives me all kinds of great deals so conveniently. See, now you're posting, you see what I'm saying? But, well, that could be a whole session and a whole half hour on just that when you and I talk. Or I've also talked about how people can retain people in their organization. They get this organization going. How do they make sure everybody is productive and moving forward and enthusiastic? And there's a whole lot of things you can talk about there. Okay, so just a couple of things I want to say before we take any more of the questions. Go ahead and write your questions in there, though. I want to remind you of the blog. Okay, on the hub, you have the resources. It's up near the top. And then when you open up the resources, you'll see blog right up the very top of the screen. This blog gives you the latest news. And just as a case in point, this is one I actually liked so much I copied it and then printed it off as a Word document for myself to keep here. How to share Wake Up Now on social media. Wow. Okay. And you have all kinds of those little things. There was one, it was a 6-part series a couple of months ago, just how to be a successful business owner. It was excellent. It's the kind of stuff that if you go to a community college, you got to pay for. It's free on the blog. So I'm going to encourage you to check the blog frequently, at least once a week, to see what else has come up. Now, some of the things won't be learning experiences. Like on the blog, they announced the Halloween photography contest. You know, IBOs could submit a scary picture and win a prize. Well, okay, you might want to participate in that, or it's nothing to you and it's not going to teach you how to be an IBO, but you check the blog just to see what's there. Now, the direction we're going to go here. Oh, great. I just noticed that my carrots turned in when I typed that in. Okay. Let's do this. Hub. Resources. All I'm saying is you go to the hub, you find the resources button in the upper right, and then you just click on blog up there at the top. That's what that's supposed to mean. and so so far, just about all you've talked about, or the bulk of what you've talked about, has been the products, specifically with most of the emphasis on Vacation Club and TaxBot. And you will get an email soon this morning, well, depending on where you live, might be this afternoon, but it'll be an email with a schedule for session 2. All you have to do is check the box that you want for the time of day you want and hit submit. Attached to that email will be instructions or an article that I wrote about how to set up and how to use Vacation Club and TaxBot. There will also be a list of the action tasks that you saw right at the end of Phil's presentation for you to do. And then there'll be a little quiz just for your own purposes. I'm not going to see it. You're not going to get a grade on it. It's just to see if you caught what was being said. And if you need to hear this again, you'll get the link so you can hear it again. I'm going to urge you to maybe go the extra mile on those action tasks, though. Let me give you an idea of something you could do. I mean, you want to check out the Vacation Club, but I'm going to show you something that you could use to not only jumpstart, but turbocharge your membership as an IBO. Now, remember, IBO stands for Independent Business Owner. You own a business now. Well, what does the tax bot have to do with that? See, the tax bot is for self-employed people and business owners, small business owners. Uh, because if all you're doing is filing for yourself, well, if you do itemize your deductions, it's going to be primarily charitable donations and the mortgage interest on your home. And if you have enough medical expenses, then well, the tax bot records business expenses, but now you're an IBO. That means you're an independent business owner. So you have a lot you can put down. Anything that is an expense that pertains to your business should go into TaxBot so that you can write it off next year. For example, how much do you pay for one mentor? Well, it's probably $300, right? Okay, that's an education expense. It needs to be in TaxBot, recorded in TaxBot as an education expense, so that when your taxes are done next spring, that's written off. It deducts from your income, so you pay less tax. How about what you pay every month to be an IBO, whether you're Explore Pack, which I hope you are, and you should be, because that gives you access to everything. It's also a credibility issue when you are signing up new people to your organization and you want them to be a Explore Pack member because that maximizes your group volume. Well, okay, if they say, well, what are you? And you tell them that you are a platinum, they'll say, well, then why should I be Explore Pack if you're only platinum, right? So it's a credibility thing. It also kind of demonstrates a commitment, but that expense, whatever it is sort of like a licensing fee. It's a cost of doing business, so it goes into TaxBot. And if you just go to lunch with a colleague or a friend or something, if the subject of Wake Up Now comes up during that lunch meeting, then that lunch is tax deductible. So that all should go to TaxBot. But now here's an extra step. I would think it'd be a great thing for you to go to the Vacation Club, look through the hot weeks first, because those are available at 25% of the regular rental rate on that unit. They're all nice. It doesn't matter where they're located. They're great. They're condos. They've got the fully stocked kitchen. They're nicely furnished. And I'm not talking about cheap furniture. This is good furniture. And they all have a balcony. And unless you take a studio unit, they all have separate bedroom or bedrooms, bathrooms. Nice. The condo complex is going to have the swimming pool and the hot tub and possibly, well, almost always a workout room or a full gym. And a place I go to quite often has 3 different handball, paddleball courts, one of which has a basketball hoop in it, and a game room with pool and ping pong and the whole thing. It has an outdoor tennis court. It's 5 minutes away from a lake, which is great for boating and fishing. And just 5 minutes past that lake is the ski resort where the downhill races were conducted during the 2002 Salt Lake City Olympics. So it's a world-class ski resort, and it's adjacent. The condo complex is adjacent to a world-class golf course. So, what's not to like about this? Well, you reserve it. Now, if you can't find anything that's like reasonable distance from home, like an hour afternoon's drive, then go to the 60-day reservations, because those are still half price. The hot weeks are 25%, and the 60 days are at 50% or less. Still a great bargain. Find something that would be convenient, reserve it, and then invite friends to come and stay with you for 2 days at a time. Now, you do it 2 days at a time so you can rotate more people through. Also, I found, well, Mark Twain's the one that said this, that after 3 days, both guests and fish start to stink. And so you keep it to 2 days, and that way you could get 3 sets of friends or 3 couples. Unless you got the 2-bedroom, then you can have more. I mean, on those 2-bedroom units, their capacity is usually 8 people, because you're going to have the Murphy bed in the living room, which you would take because you're a good host, and put your guests in the bedroom or bedrooms. And then have a lot of fun during the time. Go out and enjoy all the amenities. Do the things that you can do in that area and take lots of pictures. All right. Now you don't even have to wait until the week's over. You can start posting those pictures to social media with a little description. Maybe something like, here we are with Ed and Lucille taking in the fantastic views from the hiking trail that starts right next to our luxury condo resort. And the best part is this whole week at this fantastic resort only costs us $314 thanks to the Vacation Club through our Wake Up Now membership. Message me if you would like to join us. There's your hook, right? So not only are you having fun, but you're doing business and having fun at the same time. All those people that come and stay with you are going to be very impressed with the fact that you have the capacity of getting such a nice place for yourself. $44 a month. $44 a night. If it's $314, that comes out to $44 a night. I want to ask you, unless you're way, way out in the sticks, what does $44 a night get you on a cheap motel? And I'm talking about very cheap motel. I'm talking about some of the past. I remember one place along I-10 in Texas that had mice running around in it. Well, okay, and the bed was lumpy, but you know, $44 will get you that in a motel, or it could get you a condominium with new beds, new furniture, multiple bedrooms potentially, and all the amenities. And that other motel, don't even talk about swimming pool, right? Okay, so people are impressed with that, not only your guests, but the people who see your postings, and you've invited them to contact you if they want to join you. Now, they can't join you this time because you're booked, but they'll be the next time. But also, when they contact you, then you have a golden opportunity to share all the fun and enjoyment of Vacation Club with them. You see what I'm saying? You're going to learn more about sharing as we go along here. Session number 3 is specifically on that. Session number 2 will be about all the products, and there's a reason for that. You got to understand what these products are if you want to share them. In fact, you're most effective if you are actively using them. So that's why you want to be a product of the product. Now, why do we talk about the products in the first place? 2 reasons. One is they benefit you. You know, the slogan for Wake Up Now a year and a half ago when I started doing this was software solutions for a better life. But then they started taking on more and more physical products. So they dropped that, but I like it. And so, okay, I won't say software solutions, although the big 7 products that you have available to you are all software. I mean, TaxBot is software. Vacation Club is software. 1MD is basically software. Okay, but let's now call it personal solutions for a better life. But the point is, it makes your life better. If you use all of these products, you are living a better life. You're better off. It could be that you are saving more money, or it could be that you are spending less money so that you can get by, or you're getting rid of debt, or you're saving a lot of money on your taxes. You know, and the convenience of being able to call a personal assistant to get you tickets for the game, or to get your reservations at the restaurant, or to get answers for your kids' homework, or for a project you're involved in very easily without having to do a whole lot of Google research, right? I mean, that's wonderful. It makes your life better. Okay, so the Wake Up Now, in fact, the new package we have here is called the One Life package, and you want to live the One Life. Now, I suggest you live the One Life as a Explore Pack member, because then you have access to everything. There are no limitations to that. But what the One Life means is that you're a product of the product. You heard that. It means that you become a Wake Up Now person. That becomes your occupation. Now, you might have a different occupation, right? I mean, there might be another occupation that takes up most of your day. You know, you could be a school teacher, you could be a lawyer, you could be a letter carrier, you could be a plumber, you could be retired, you could be a stay-at-home mom and domestic diva, whatever it is. Well, that's your occupation. But do you see now that being a Wake Up Now person is also your occupation? Now, regardless of what you do every day, if you're retired or if you deliver mail or if you're a welder, don't you see how when you get together with people in conversation, your occupation influences what you say and how you say it and what you talk about and what's interesting to you, right? If you are a Wake Up Now person and that's your occupation, then you'll always be alert to whatever's going on in the conversation so you can share. In other words, you're keeping these products in a conscious thought, especially if you're using them and you're ready to share at any opening, right? Now, here's another attitude I want you to keep in mind. I'm going to say it this way because this is a saying I like. Everything works, but nothing doesn't. Now think about that. Everything you do creates some kind of a result. Now, that result might be good, bad, or indifferent, but it is a result that you can now measure and analyze and decide if it's moving you in the right direction, or maybe you decide that you need a course adjustment. But doing something, everything works because you did something. Nothing doesn't. In other words, doing nothing doesn't work. Well, you have no control over whether it works in your favor, because if you do nothing, then there are outside forces working on you. And maybe those outside forces don't have your best interest at heart. Maybe those outside forces are working against you, or else maybe overtly working against you, or possibly just because that's the way of the world working against you. You see? So the only way you have control about what happens to you is by taking action. Everything works, but nothing doesn't. Now, the alternative, or the counterpart to that, is you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. Hey, a lot of people that I talk to are afraid to do much of anything until they have all their ducks in a row and all their I's dotted and their T's crossed. It's like they're waiting for perfect conditions before they do anything. But let me ask you, how often do we run into perfect conditions in this world? Not often enough to depend on that. So keep this in mind. If you get on an airliner in Los Angeles and it flies you to Kennedy Airport in New York, 90% of the flight is going to be off course. But the onboard computer remains in constant contact with a worldwide network of beacons, and it keeps nudging the plane back onto course so that you land in New York instead of Reagan and Washington, or Logan and Boston, right? You land where you wanted to be because it kept adjusting the course. You got to be the same way about your life. Okay. Now, one last thing, and then I'm going to have to go. And if you got questions, go ahead and type them in. But otherwise, let me tell you this: what one mentor is going to do for you. One mentor is here to teach you what you need to know. That's the theory of being an IBO. Now, theory is simply systematically organized knowledge. You got to have the knowledge, got to know what you're doing. You want to have it in an organized fashion. You need to apply that knowledge within a system. Well, Wake Up Now organizes the knowledge for you and puts it in a system for you so you can do it. But there's a key word there. Nothing happens until you take action. So make a promise to yourself that you're going to do every one of the action tasks you get with each of these sessions fully. If you need help, you contact me and I'll help you with that. And you've got my email address there. If you want a recording of a past session beyond the 48 hours that automatic link will give you, contact Francesca. If you ever miss one, and hey, that happens, so I don't want anyone feeling guilty because they missed one of their scheduled sessions, just contact Francesca, send her an email and tell her that you want to do it again. Okay, on that Reginald, on that platinum package, it's my understanding the price is not going to change. There has been talk about maybe taking it off the table. I mean, people that are grandfathered into platinum have the option of staying there. And you've already heard my opinion on that. I don't think they should, but if they want to, they're allowed to. But I don't anticipate going up. That's why they set up that one life package as a median between the Explore pack and the platinum. You know, it's halfway between the two, because that would be the new cheap, or not cheap, let's say less pricey direction. Now keep this in mind too, that as soon as you make it to an F3 level, and that's outside the scope of today, but we'll talk about that later on session 4. Well, when you make it to an F3, you get $600 a month commissions. 100 of that goes to pay your Explore pack. Well, wait a minute, the Explore pack costs 150? Yeah, unless you're an F3, then you only have to pay 100 for it. Sweet, huh? So, you know, once you get to the F3 level, it's irrelevant. If you're stuck at the platinum, you're depriving yourself of things that could be yours at no charge had you gone up to Explore pack. Oh, and maybe you're asking in behalf of the people you bring into your organization. Just know this, that it is much to your advantage to have them come in as Explore pack. It gives you more group volume, and it helps them because they're doing better. It also shows a commitment on your part. That's leadership, right? If you are bringing people into your organization, you are the leader. Hope that makes sense. And remember, especially Reginald, because Sarah, you've been through this before, but Reginald, have any questions? You got my email address. And if you want to have that one-on-one, I would suggest maybe you ought to wait until after number 2, so you know what all the products are and see if you need help with them. At which time I'm thrilled to work with you. And we'll just take them from there. But get your homework done. I hate to call it homework. You're not in school. I mean, this is business training, right? You're a businessman. You don't need to consider yourself being in school, although you can deduct the cost of one mentor as an educational expense for your business. Well, that's where the TaxBot comes in, right? Get your TaxBot set up. Play around with the Vacation Club. If you want to take that idea I gave you about having fun while you're doing business with the Vacation Club, go for it. But and if you ever do that, please let me know. I always like to know that my ideas work in the real world. All right. So look forward to talking to you again. Hope you have a fantastic day today. And I look forward to talking to you with session number 2. Thank you for everything, and take care.